I feel
Because
like I've.
I can do an American accent if it's too bad for you.
I'm recording, so if you want to crack at it,
Oh,
go ahead. I will do the best I can to verify authenticity.
hello.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm alright. I was gonna say good morning, but I realize you're on the other side of the world, so I don't know
Well,
what
it,
time. I
it
don't know.
technically
Go ahead.
it technically is morning because it's 12:15 p.m. So,
Oh,
or
all
a.m.
right.
I should say.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think it's Wait. Oh, it's 12:15 p.m. there.
Or a.m. Yeah, I
Oh,
got that
oh,
right.
gotcha. All right, all right. Yeah, it's 10:14 in the morning, so about 8 hours ahead, I think, or behind. I don't know how. I don't know which way it goes. All right, you want to do a couple missions?
Oh, sure.
All right.
Don't mind.
Let me see here. Uh, see, did I get to this one yet? All right, I'll do this one.
Do you have any other warframes on this account, or just Excalibur?
No, just Excalibur. The last two times I started an account, it was on PC and this one PS4, my other account, and I did Volt both times, and so I kind of just went with Excalibur because it's hard to get them like later in the game. Volt you can
Yeah.
get with the clans, and Mag is really easy. So
Our position has been compromised. Defend the cargo until reinforcements arrive.
guns are illegal in Australia, huh?
Yeah. Guns are illegal. Only police can carry them, and that's rare.
Gotcha. Yeah, the the video I did about gun rights and gun control I did back in October after the Las Vegas shooting. I brought up the offhand. I can't remember what it was called. The killing at the cafe. It was Port Arthur. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, in Sydney.
Yeah. And which apparently led to a bunch of bans, and people in America they're not taking to that too well.
Yeah, that was pretty accurate. After that happened, um, even like the police, the government enforced police to get rid of some of their weapons and still could carry them now.
Yeah, police can still carry them. That's still a good idea.
And your volume up
I'm sorry.
option. Technical difficulties.
Oops, it fell off. There you go. Let's see if I can look at some here.
Questions?
Yes. For you?
I don't mind.
Um, I really don't have much planned. I kind of just letting people sort of sound off. I mean, I guess I do though. I mean, do you find that in Australia, because there's such restrictions on guns for citizens, that are they feeling like they're defenseless? Like are they like really upset that they can't have weapons?
Well, I know quite a few. Well, some of my friends are protesting that they should be allowed to carry firearms like America.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also some people that obviously don't want firearms because they think it could cause harm, but it all depends on how you use guns. Like, they're not always violent in a way.
Yeah, sure.
Like, yeah. So on the spectrum, I'm sort of in the middle, so I don't know. But in my opinion, I guess to some extent firearms should be allowed.
Mhm.
I find it-
But with regulation and responsibility.
yes, very much.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I feel like sometimes when people will get very very like passionate about gun control here in America, and they won't really specify what they mean by that. And so people who are very pro gun, they get very extreme the opposite direction, and they just shut down any discussion about gun control. But then like nothing really changes. You know, people can just get any guns they want, and then we still end up having large amounts of people die. Like there's never really any balance there.
Never really a direct balance with all sides. Well, you know what wave we're staying up to? Because I don't mind how long we go.
Oh, I'm like I said, I've barely covered any of the maps, so I'm kind of just whatever's blinking on the map. We'll just get to 5 and we'll just move on to something else.
Okay. If you want to do XP farm, I can do the one on Sedna, Hydra.
Oh no, that's all right. I'm not in any rush to really get anywhere. I appreciate it though. Thank you.
Oh, no problem.
Speaking of XP, I gotta remember that my little booster thing is the like rifle kills. I was just busy slicing everybody apart.
Oh, I should have bring the. If I knew it was rifle, I would have bring the character. What state are you from?
New Jersey.
Oh, New Jersey. Nice.
Contrary to popular belief, we do not all have greased up hair and wear little guinea t-shirts. I am Italian though,
Sta-
so that's close.
Oh, do not fall the stereotypes, but you're certainly Italian.
Reinforcements available.
Yeah, I'll just
What do you
check.
wanna do?
Choose to
Yeah, I'll
move
just check.
now or
Check,
continue
okay.
fighting.
Oh yeah, you're rigged up.
So you're 15. You still in high school?
You're not,
So-
yeah.
Silly question.
So
Yeah.
what would that be in America?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Year, I'm in year 9, but I don't know what that would be in America.
Oh, okay.
Would that be middle school or?
Year 9. Maybe. Maybe middle school. Yeah, maybe late middle school.
Yeah. I find the American.
Did you get cut off?
Oh, the American system's hard to adjust to, but I'm slowly learning it.
Okay. Did you say you wanted to switch your character? Did you need time to rework your stuff?
Since we're doing low level things, I may as well just he's low level.
Okay. All right. If I just wanted to give you an opportunity because I've only got that what I've got right now, so I'm pretty much fine. But if you need to change anything, just take your time.
Oh, thanks.
All right. Are you good? Do you need a minute?
Oh, I can. Nice. I'm ready when you're ready.
All right. Good. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. All right. We'll do. Oh, I don't have the argument yet. All right. Let's see what else we got. Here, do another one of these.
Romula. Roman mythology.
Yeah, they did put a lot of that in this game. I kind of like that.
When I was doing the Mirage quests, they did a lot of Roman and Greek sort of questions. It's like where the land meets the sky, something something. I had a feeling that was Olympus because Olympus was the mountain of which Mount was set mythology.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of different types in like inspiration, like throughout the game.
Yeah.
The enemy is at our doorstep.
Like the mission we're doing now,
We
Romula.
must defend our
Romula was one of the
reinforcements
two
arrive.
two sons that apparently formed Rome in Roman mythology.
Oh, cool.
I think and Remus imprisoned Romula, something like that. Oh god, I haven't played Loki in a while with Theo's radial disarm. Okay. What does this do? Oh.
Oh, that must be one of you.
Very easy. Okay. Oh, I forgot Loki could go invisible.
Yeah, I think it's temporary.
Oh yeah. 7 seconds.
So since you're still in school, is there like what's the bullying situation like there? Because there are a lot of people
Oh,
pretty good natured, or is it
Bullying?
like
bullying has been cracked down a lot in recent years in Australia.
okay?
Bullying was like pretty serious in the last few years, but the government took procedures to do a few education reforms. They've created programs all around the country to crack down on bullying and try to prevent it.
Okay.
And I'd say it's been pretty successful. I haven't seen a bully at my school in like I've been at my school. I've barely seen any bullies.
That's pretty
I'd say
good.
it's pretty efficient.
What kind
I
of
was in
program?
America.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Keep going.
How was it in America, like the bullying situation?
Well, I'm almost 40, so I haven't.
Oh, you haven't experienced it in a while.
Yeah, I haven't been in school in at least 20 years. But then again, we hear about bullying all the time, practically every single day. I mean, which in part that could be because we just live in the age of information. That there's so much, even if bullying in your particular area may not be a lot. Like you can just flip around social media and somebody's getting bullied somewhere. So it's kind of hard to gauge. As far as my personal experience 20 years ago, I mean, I was bullied almost all the time. And as far as the gun issue goes, like I'll be honest, there were a lot of times when I wanted to be just like the kids from like Columbine. Like you're kind of young, so you may not have heard about that, but like those two kids killed. Yeah. Yeah, I mean they killed a bunch of people. I mean, and that went through my mind a bunch of times. And was it my upbringing that stopped me from doing that? Could be. I don't want to take a huge moral stance and say I'm immune to feeling those things, but I didn't do that. Bullying is still probably an issue here, though, pretty considerably. I know a lot of people are kind of looking at the the two kids who kind of headed up the marches recently, David Hogg and Emma Gonzalez. A lot of people are kind of saying that they're partially responsible because one or both of them admitted to bullying the shooter, Nicholas Cruz. You mentioned that that the government had instituted programs where you are to combat bullying. Like what kind of programs did they institute? I'm curious.
They weren't really implemented in my state, but from friends in other states,
Mhm.
like friends, they've said that like these programs would try to, so they'd have teachers or like social workers
Mhm.
come into the school, and any known bullies would be sent into a program.
Okay.
Like they'd be taken out of class, and some of them I think got psychologists, like you know
Oh,
what I'm talking about. Yeah.
that's good.
Not like serious psychologists, but like just to try to convince them to like promote that bullying is not the option
Mm-hmm.
in a way.
Yeah.
It's not like 100% success rate, but it's pretty high up there in success rate.
Yeah, it at least helps reduce it.
Yeah, some of my friends, well, I wasn't friends with them when they were bullies, but they admitted that they used to be bullies and they've changed. They're pretty nice people these days.
That's good. I mean, it doesn't sound like it's a punitive thing. Like they're not sent into like a like here. If someone was bullied, like the bully would probably get like suspended or punished or put into detention. But with what you're saying, it kind of sounds more like it's trying to tackle the whys instead of just saying, oh, you did something wrong, here you're punished now.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. I'd be all for doing that here. For not only people in school, but just adults too.
Reinforcements available.
Extract the metal.
Do you choose to
Yeah, we'll
leave
extract.
now or continue fighting?
I'm free to answer anytime.
Okay, good. All right, maybe we'll do one more, and I'll let you go. I don't want to take up too much of your time. Let's see what else I
Oh
got.
no, I've plenty of time. Don't worry.
Okay. Interception. That's Arcwing. That's a junction. Exodus enemies on Venus. Oh, I almost have the Mercury junction unlocked. That's good to know. Let's see. That one. All right, we'll do Cytherian here. Interception. Let me ask you another question. It's kind of a sort of weird direction. But do you have like an NRA there? Like, I guess the National Rifle Association is kind of an American thing, but I guess do they have like a chapter in Australia, or like members in Australia? Is there a version of it there?
Not to my current knowledge, not really. No.
Okay.
I remember, I think it was a few weeks ago or a month ago.
Mm.
I think it was in what is it? New South Wales, the state right next to mine.
Mm-hmm.
They built like the Sydney police station. Sydney is a city in Australia.
Right.
And the Sydney Police Department did a citywide crackdown on guns
Mm-hmm.
because there recently they found like a few biker chapters that were illegally importing guns from like a slur of countries like Russia, America, China,
Mm-hmm.
and they collected all the guns, and then nationwide they broadcasted that they would destroy them.
Oh, okay.
And Australia, I don't know what it's called, but I think that we have an association
Mm-hmm.
that deals with the crackdowning on guns nationwide. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like the NRA here in America is almost the opposite of that. Like they want more and more people to be armed, and you know, I get I get why. Like they view it as kind of a like an expression of like personal freedom of self-defense and so forth. But like when so many people are getting hurt, I mean, I feel like more should probably be done. Like they should kind of take a little more responsibility than just saying no, 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 no. Everybody has the right to guns. It's like, well, yes, but if people are getting hurt, I mean, we should do something.
You can't just keep you can't just keep saying, oh, but it's in our constitution. You should change is always, well, it's not always a bad thing. Change can be good.
Yeah, I mean, especially if we, the more people you kind of bring into the conversation, the more insights you have, the better ability you have to compromise and to find something that suits everybody, as opposed to just some people. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not really. I don't want to. I don't want to endorse a gun ban here in America, but I mean, clearly in other places it has worked. So I'm willing to at least entertain it if more people were. Like, if everybody in America wanted a gun ban, I would support it. I'd be fine with it. But not everyone does, and so that's kind of why I'm trying to get more opinions from people and just figure out the best solution for everybody that works. If some people have to make some concessions here or there, you know, as long as we all agree and we're all trying to keep each other safe.
Find a suitable solution. There's always room for opportunities.
Yeah.
The enemy have taken a tower.
Nope.
Captured.
Have you talked to many Australians before, or is my accent
I-
just weird to you?
Oh, no, no. Well, I don't think I've ever spoken to an Australian before, but I'm following your accent pretty easily, actually.
Really?
I feel like
I can do an American accent if it's too bad for you.
I'm recording, so if you want to crack at it, go ahead. I will do the best I can to verify authenticity.
We have lost control
Authenticity?
of the tower.
Yeah.
Okay.
How close it sounds.
So the gun situation in America isn't the best at the moment, but I'll try to give my best opinion on it. I don't totally agree with everything in America, but I'd say that I am pretty biased on that guns should be banned in some way or form. But yeah, that's my American opinion.
That's close enough. I think you probably blend in pretty good.
I'm trying my best, man.
Tower lost. This tower is ours now.
I just started watching Skill Up do videos on YouTube. He's an Australian guy. He's really cool.
Trying to think of recent events in Australia that could contribute to the questions, but I can't think of any. Sorry. I can't really think of anything big gun related happening recently in Australia.
Well, I mean, if guns are largely illegal, or even just mostly, I mean, theoretically, you wouldn't have too many. So if you can't think of any, that's probably a good thing.
This is unrelated to guns, but are there any stereotypical questions you'd like to ask me?
Deployed fierce reinforcements.
Oh, about Australia, or I don't think so. Nah, I can't think of any.
Wow, you're actually one of the first Americans not to ask one of those.
I mean, I think as long as people can be polite about it, I think you should be able to ask just about any question you want. Like there's ways to ask really blunt questions about somebody from a different culture and have it come off really condescending and insulting. And there are other ways that's like, look, you're just trying to be curious, like, is this true or is this not true?
Like you can be rude about it, or you can actually be like questionable if it is actually like that or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate you talking to me.
Oh, no problem. Anytime.
Just to let you know what I'm going to do. So I provided this all worked because I have to do this kind of strange workaround with my recording. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take what I have that for sparring gameplay and uh, of the voice, and I'm going to put it into a video and put it on my YouTube channel as kind of like everything sort of unedited. And then what I'll do is after that, I'll take kind of pieces of it and put it into a bigger video of something that I wrote. So it's kind of like a cutaway. It's like whatever is kind of appropriate to the discussion.
Okay.
And
You have
then,
my full permission and all that. Just saying.
great. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. All right. Yeah, like I said, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. I'll let you go, and I'll send you a message when the video's up, and when you get it, just you can take a look and just share it around when you can.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
See ya.
See ya.